Kia ora whānau, welcome back. This is the Whole Little Brothers, and today we're talking about diabetes. A third of the world's medical costs, and the underlying reason for many of the pathological disease that we're suffering from throughout society, whether it be obesity, heart disease, or
also a massive issue here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Particularly, obviously Māori Pacific populations will be heavily affected by this. The long and short of it is our low nutrient carbohydrate and sugar intake.
it's refined bullshit sugar.
Is extremely high.
Stuff that's not natural for that population.
And the rest of our intakes is low. That's the
Packaged, processed stuff.
that's the short version. But it's going to become an increasing issue. It already is. New Zealand, Aotearoa, we post way too high on obesity metrics, which is just, obesity a huge byproduct of insulin resistance. Our body's inability to utilise all that energy then starts getting aggressively stored, and our childhood obesity is poor.
So the review of diabetes, on a Saturday level, how would you explain it?
I guess to put it simply, so the sugar that we're getting from our diet, or the excess carbohydrates,
Carbohydrates get broken down into sugar.
Yeah, it's broken down into sugar, which is glucose, stored as glycogen in the cells. When you get lots of glucose in your system, you release insulin from your pancreas to store that glucose in your cells to use for energy later. If you make it work too hard, the pancreas is going to, I guess you could say the pancreas almost gets exhausted, it gets overworked, and it can't produce as much insulin to store the glucose anymore. So you're going to have, you're going to have
My
trouble.
body was designed to have a certain amount of sugars coming in, and in modern day society we now have a whole lot of sugar, and high fructose corn syrup, and things that the body doesn't understand how to process.
Absolutely. We're meant to deal with stuff in a steady manner, like this, right? Sugar comes in, insulin comes out, and then it returns
To homeostasis,
Very
balance.
Yeah, but in modern times we have pure sugar and extremely processed food. They cause a very sharp rise. So it's kind of
Spike.
it creates a spike. It's like having one beer per day versus having 12 in a sitting. One is not going to have a great deal of effect, but the other is going to get you cooked, really crook, right? And then
And over time, that's going to wear out your system, your pancreas.
It's like the stress response.
Yeah.
The effect of, the effect of the glucose and insulin can be felt by everybody, like immediately. If you go and have some sort of high glycemic carbohydrate, or if you've ever had some sort of high sugar thing, and an hour later you're just exhausted, that's a sign of what your body has done with it. It's taken it in, you've got a sort of shot of sugar and you're like, wow, all excited, and then it stores it, and then suddenly you just dip because all the glucose is gone now out of your system, so then you feel tired, you feel sleepy. It's like what happens when you go and get some mad takeaways that are just full of all sorts of carbohydrates and nasty stuff, and you feel knackered. You think, oh yeah, I've got lots of food in me, I should have lots of energy, but
The ability to concentrate, if you're constantly fluctuating massively, spiking and then going underneath, you're not going to be able to think properly.
It's terrible for your kids. If you send your kids to school and you feed them up on sugar or even
Roll-ups.
Roll-ups and stuff, and
K-bars.
Juices.
I got it not eating any of that shit
Fruit
as a kid,
birds.
man.
What'd you have? Can it?
Dude,
Just a little lunch box.
gangster.
Plastic.
Killer shots.
Dude, I ate
Killer shots.
We only ate brown bread in my house, and I ate peanut butter sandwiches and an apple every day. Bro, from my first day of school I'm not even kidding. Up until like, for the first 10 years of my school, it was
Did you
peanut
take your
butter.
lunchbox either day?
No, I haven't. But peanut butter sandwiches, bro. And mum always got real butter. So she's adamant on no marge. We eat brown bread because, you know, she's just anti-white bread. And an apple. That was it, man.
Every day keeps.
Locked it away, supposedly. Yeah, that was it, man. That was my lunch. Every fucking day. But, you know, like, when we observe what we're eating, the best way to kind of ascertain where the issues lie is what the supermarket stock levels look like. How much stock they are holding and representing is a great window into how we're consuming. Better yet, let's go to the low socioeconomic supermarkets. Let's go to Pack and Save in the poorer areas, and let's see what they're stocking, and that's going to be the biggest tell as to how our people are consuming.
Yeah.
So
things that are cheap and easy to make in bulk.
But the one that just that annoys me and riddles my fucking mind is the drinks aisle. Why are we voluntarily paying money that we don't need to spend, particularly people on limited budgets,
People are addicted.
for sugary water and for like juices that are fake? You know how frustrating it is watching these stupid Kiri ads on TV talking about showing photos of, bro, and they advertise with like Maui Pacific families
like 50
having
grams of
glass
sugar.
of juice like for their kids, which is fucking destructive.
Yeah.
It's evil. It's wrong.
Memo. Energy drinks and fizzy drinks is by far one of the worst things you can consume for your body.
And I'd say I'd put major market orange juices out there as well.
Yeah.
Because they're often devoid of real orange juice. They're made of concentrate, and they're just bumped up on other stuff.
Yeah.
They sell you because it's reinforced with vitamin C, but you know that's irrelevant when you're trying to clear and deal with that much.
You've got more than 25, 30 grams of sugar. It's like, whoa.
It's a lot.
The vitamin C is an excuse to consume that food. Well, nobody cares about any of the other vitamins and minerals when they buy these things.
Well, it's like vitamin C is this magical thing that just keeps you healthy.
And the oxidative stress that the sugar is going to create. Vitamin C is not going to be enough.
Yeah.
You're getting how many milligrams of vitamin C for 50 grams of sugar?
It's going to do
That's
nothing
10
for you.
teaspoons of sugar. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like shooting yourself in the foot so that you don't feel your hand pain.
However,
Yeah.
it's not as easy as just quitting cold turkey because people become addicted.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
understand.
you know, these crash diets are very frustrating. You need to think about this intelligently and just carefully. You need to reduce and manage first before you just fucking change. It's not sustainable here. But nevertheless, all the other things that are out there, let's be mindful. Effectively, all cereals are garbage. The only things that we would say, I would even say have a place on those shelves. I'd probably say oats and maybe things like Wheat Bix. Those are not that bad. It's what you're adding with it, you know, that we would be concerned with. I would say that most muesli is not good. It's full with dried fruits and other additives. There's sweeteners. You know, added honey. Guys, a large amount of honey is not good for us.
Yeah.
Honey was like finding gold in nature.
Yeah.
You would find it, and it would just be an intense hit of sugar and energy. It's not natural to consume that much.
Just like coffee beans.
Yeah. Diabetes is, it's what's the word? It's a summation of a lot of things, including the food that the supermarkets are creating to make money. It's corporate lobbying. Where does the money come from? Who's making the money from selling these effectively poison to the human body? And you've got to have that awareness, and you've got to try and make a change and come back to your why. You're wanting to create a life for your children where they've got opportunity and a chance to grow and thrive and find their passion, as opposed to from a young age never really giving them a chance.
Yeah.
the dental health and obesity in this country is
Brain health.
just not, it's unacceptable. And and granted, I understand that there's a lot of maybe these things are hugely a result of resources and education. But if you have the base education and you have the resources, feeding your children nutrient devoid food is just like feeding them poison. You may as well start degenerating their brain and their physical development. And we should do, and I don't care, we need to talk about this more, but we should be working hard to keep our children slim. There's no reason why we should have overweight children. You're setting them up for issues in life. You're setting them up for challenges emotionally that you cannot even comprehend. You're allowing that to happen. It's not about being ripped and strong as a kid. No, it's about not allowing them to. We're not feeding them in a way that is making them sick. Exactly, because it is a sickness.
They're going to spend more time away from school because of that sickness. They're not going to be able to perform while they're at school. Their body is going to,
physically, mentally, socially, emotionally,
physically be weak. Get overweight. So you're really, whole lot is just gone down the drain. Really, the whole body is just falls to pieces because they just had a packet of rara for lunch.
If you are a parent suffering from diabetes, type 1 or 2, and you want to help your kids in the future, and you're addicted to soft drink or fizzy drink, it's even as simple as not letting them see you drink it. If you can't give it up,
then you need to work on.
Then don't let your kids see you drink it, and if you ever do, you pretend that it tastes like it's poison. Because kids, they're very perceptive. They take it all in.
It doesn't matter if you're feeding
broccoli, delicious. I love it.
Doesn't matter if you're feeding.
Give me more. And the kids will be like, man, I want some. Give me little trees.
They will eat. It's not what. It's definitely. I have to agree. We live in this really strange environment where we can now use third-party mechanisms to sustain our kids or feed them or teach them. Our kids will emulate us first. It's ridiculous to think that you can live like shit, give your kids good things, and they're going to be amazing. That's not true. They will follow you. We use resources to buy out these issues. So we just, mum and dad are eating XYZ while we just pay and let our kids do that. Or we expect our children to go to swimming lessons and go do all these sports while mum and dad are overweight and inactive. They are emulating you. They are going to start emulating you. If they see them being made to play all these sports while mum and dad are inactive, eventually they're going to. Granted, all kids, not all kids. Granted, many kids will sustain it, but it's going to come back.
It could be one incident where you drink some fizz and you say to a child, "Oh, that is so sweet, so disgusting. The sugar is effectively like poison to my body." They're going to remember that when they start getting pocket money at 10 years old and they go buy the drink and they try actually I remember this is the worst thing to ingest ever.
Well, I had that effect with smoke.
Like
Mum would smoke and Dad would always. It's probably not the best, but Dad would always say, "Oh, it's disgusting. I hate that smell. It's horrible." And then I was like, "I don't like it either. It smells dirty. That's horrible." And even as a teenager, like going out and my friends are smoking, and they would try and offer me some, and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't know." Even when I try it, I'd be disgusted. I'd throw up and be like, "This is the worst. I don't want to do this to myself." And then that was it. Like I had it instilled in my brain because my dad smoked is disgusting, and I just couldn't make the connection that it's good.
Still, nevertheless, if you grow up in a house where one of the parents are smoking, your chance of smoking doubles effectively. For sure. It doesn't matter if you hate it or you have a negative association.
It just becomes that addictive.
Not even that. It just becomes burned in our brain. That's what our parental figure, our guide and our God does. So we emulate it at some stage.
So we've effectively.
Should we talk about diabetes?
Well, most people already exactly. Everyone already knows of diabetes. They hear of diabetes. Hopefully by this point you understand that it's got something to do with too much sugar, too much glucose that wears your system out, and it eventually makes you obese and gives you heart failure, etc., etc., etc. So now we're thinking of simple ways to help solve the problem of diabetes, which is every other health problem.
It's easier as a group or as a family to try and make these changes. Doing it by yourself, it's possible, but it's difficult. Someone needs to take the initiative though, and make the change.
I'd agree, it definitely has to be done as a unit. Small change.
Kids are impressionable, man. We've got to use that to our advantage.
Start with the small stuff.
Give them a chance, so that they can succeed at school and then succeed at anything else they want to do.
And this is a big topic, so maybe on our next one we'll touch on. Let's look at specific foods to maybe start eliminating specific ones to jump off.
The outside aisles of the supermarket as opposed to the inside aisles. Fresh fruit and veg, meat, dairy, maybe.
If dairy works for you, it's fine. Because it's a lot better than getting all that sugar in there. If your guts don't agree with it, like Jay, for example, knows that he has some, foods that has responses to. So, which is just our genetics. It's how it is. So, if you have issues, you eliminate. If you don't, great. If you don't, you're probably what we would call the most adaptive, right? Your body can handle the most energy sources. That's effectively what humans are. We've adapted, and some of us have adapted to handle more things than others. And that's all it is, man. It's genes. Can't do shit about that.
Straight out.
Sweet.
So we'll cover that in the next one.
Peace out, older brothers.
Cheers.